Hello and welcome to my channel. I know I've been gone for quite a while, but it's because with everything that's going on with the pandemic and everything, I had a lot of things to sort out at my end.
So let me show you the stuff. This is from Beauty HUDa. This is the brush. It's a great stuff, and this is the foundation stick. And it's from also HUDa Beauty.
What was that? That was my 5-year-old daughter, and she decided to take over my channel. So today I'm gonna review and try out the new HUDa Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation and the Water Jelly Primer and also the brush that came with it. I got all three of them. I actually ordered these online. I'm not a big fan of stick foundations, but because it was HUDa Beauty and the Faux Filter foundation that I used previously, it was actually pretty good, but that one was full coverage. And I hear a lot of good things about the foundation, so I wanted to give it a try. So I picked up mine in the shade Dulce de Leche. Now, I like the packaging. It's nice and sleek. And I'm just gonna swatch and show you the shade. Now, my hand is actually a lot fairer than my face, so this actually blends it in quite nicely. So this is actually a perfect shade for me. I previously used to use brown sugar, but after I got it, I realized it was a tad bit too orange for me. This is like the perfect shade. Now, one thing that I want to tell everybody before you buy this, you need to shade match yourself. If you're gonna order online, the shades are different than the original Faux Filter foundation. And they have a couple of new shades which you guys should totally check it out. And before you buy it, you might want to go over to HUDa's website, and she has a link where she's updated all the new shades and what your new shade might be. So you need to go through that and then decide for yourself. Don't just order the same shade, because some of them are not the same, some of them are the same. Like brown sugar, it's exactly the same apparently. So I didn't pick that up because I wanted to go with something which was a bit lighter, or let's say a bit more on the yellow warm side than on the orange warm side. So I was actually confused between macchiato and Dulce de Leche, but I'm glad I picked this up. I actually got it online. Can you believe it? Like, wow. And it was a perfect match, because in the description it said that this was a bit more golden warm than the original shade. So I thought it would be perfect, because I did try this in the Faux Filter earlier and it was like one shade lighter. Like, it was not warm enough, but this is perfect. She also launched a new primer. I mean, the packaging on this is like so nice. I just love this primer. It's actually like gel water-like consistency. I mean, when you look at it, it's like gel, but when you apply it, it's just like water. It's liquid, and it absorbs into the skin and it really moisturizes. And you know what's great? I usually don't like tacky primers. This one is liquid. It's just liquid, and there's no tackiness to it, which is amazing. Like, really amazing. So I really like this primer. I have high hopes for this primer. I think this is gonna be like my new favorite primer. I also decided to get the brush because HUDa actually has nice brushes. I have almost all of her brushes except for the foundation one, but I wanted to get this one because it's like super handy, and I love this because this is really good for under eye concealer, as well as getting into areas where round brushes don't usually get in. Yeah, so this is a nice brush, a really nice one. So I'm gonna go over the prices. Foundation stick is about 170 dirhams over here. That's including tax. The jelly primer is 150 dirhams. Yeah, the brush is 136 dirhams, but that is, I think, without tax. So it's actually pretty well priced. I mean, foundation sticks do go from 165 to 170 and up. The only other stick foundation that I used was the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation stick, and I liked it, but I didn't really love it because I'm not a stick foundation kind of girl. I usually like matte foundation, liquid foundation. But I have to tell you this foundation is amazing. It's probably the best stick foundation that is out there. I mean, Huda's done an amazing job with this. It's not sticky, which is amazing, and it is not cakey. I mean, it's so natural. I mean, usually stick foundations are not that natural looking. This one's like not greasy and not sticky, and it looks amazing. I mean, it just looks flawless. I mean, it's very natural looking. Now, what I did wear it exactly how I would wear foundation. I put on the foundation. I used the HUDa Beauty setting powder. I don't wear foundation and expect it to just self-set and actually go out. I do set my face to make it last longer. So I'm gonna do a wear test for, let's say, 6 hours from now and see how this works out. Okay, so let's go over and see how this actually applies on my skin. I'm gonna start first with the water jelly primer. I'm just gonna put just a little. Feels like water. It's just like water. I thought it would be more like a sticky consistency, but it's actually very nice. Okay, so I'm using the shade Dulce de Leche. So that's the foundation. That's the shade. I'm actually trying this for the first time. Hopefully the shade matches me. Looks like a good shade match, but let's see. So okay, wow. The foundation feels so nice. It doesn't feel like cakey or heavy or anything. It's really buffing in really nicely. Bit more of full coverage. So let's see how that. Whoa. Okay. I've been putting on foundation for years, but that's trick that I didn't. This shade actually matches me pretty well. I can't believe it. I took a wild guess and I ordered this online, and it's a perfect match. Because I used to use brown sugar and it was a bit too dark for me, but this is a perfect match. I just do my concealer and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll just be back. So I'm back, and this is the finished look. It's actually quite nice. I'm actually very happy with this. The way this looks is just amazing. That's about it, really. It's a good foundation. If you don't like stick foundations, you need to try this, because this is the best stick foundation ever, like ever. And it's great, it's so sleek, because when you're traveling or when you're going, if you're still traveling, that is. Now, the claims on this foundation is, it says it's long lasting, it's water resistant, and it's transfer proof. I don't think it's completely transfer proof, but to some extent it is a lot better than a lot of other foundations. I mean, I'm gonna show you a little bit. Because I don't want to dab where I have blush and bronzer. Okay, do you guys see this? It's not completely transfer proof, but it's a lot better than a lot of other foundations. So yeah, it's not transfer proof. It's not like completely transfer proof, but it's still a lot better than a lot of other foundations. So let's see how this wears, if my skin gets oily throughout or not. Yeah, this for like 6 hours now. I went to the mall, I came back home, did some cooking, I had dinner, and it's like almost 12 and I'm gonna go to bed now. So the foundation's actually done pretty well, except from this area. It's almost come off from my nose, but otherwise everything is intact. This usually happens to me anyways. The foundation starts to wear off from the nose area. I have like a troubled T-zone, not exactly T-zone, but the thing, but everywhere else it actually held up pretty well. I'm greasy or anything like that. That's probably because I set my foundation. I've also used a setting spray, because that is exactly how I would normally wear it. I'm not actually going to put on the foundation and just go out, because nobody just puts on a foundation and goes out. You are going to set that foundation, and you are going to put on a setting spray if you are setting your foundation. So other than that, it looks pretty good, and my skin doesn't look dry or cakey. It even feels pretty smooth, like everywhere. So all in all, this is a great foundation. I'm actually pretty shocked, because stick foundation, even at a 6-hour mark, because let's get real, nobody really wears foundation for more than 9 hours maximum, maybe 9 hours. Okay, let's say 12 hours, because if you're working a 12-hour shift, you would be wearing foundation for 12 hours. But within a 6-hour mark to 9-hour mark, it just starts to fade or crack. If it doesn't fade or crack within 6 hours, it's a pretty good foundation. In this case, it is actually pretty good, so I'm pretty happy. It's lightweight, it's non-cakey, it's not oily, non-sticky. It's my best friend, basically. So I'm gonna go off to bed now.